Building on that principle, every modification should pass through a four-step sequence: request, assess, approve, and implement. A change request begins the record: what will be changed, why, and by whom. Assessment evaluates risk, impact, and rollback readiness. Approval authorizes execution within defined timeframes. Implementation follows with verification that the outcome matches intent. This structure may sound formal, but even lightweight workflows protect consistency. For instance, changing a firewall rule or updating an application setting both deserve review proportional to risk. A defined flow keeps security and operations aligned, replacing reactive fixes with deliberate improvement. To keep pace with modern environments, use pre-approved patterns for low-risk changes. Standard, repeatable updates, such as routine patches, user account adjustments, or log configuration tweaks, can follow automated, pre-cleared paths. These patterns include predefined steps, validation checks, and rollback methods reviewed in advance by governance teams. For example, applying a monthly patch bundle might be an approved pattern that proceeds automatically after automated testing passes. Pre-approved changes reduce administrative overhead without sacrificing control. They free reviewers to focus on higher-risk, novel, or complex modifications where oversight adds real value. Routine becomes predictable, and predictability equals safety. Peer review and separation of duties reinforce objectivity. No one should approve their own change or push code directly into production without review. Peer reviews surfaces design flaws, overlooked dependencies, and unintended consequences before deployment. For example, a developer proposing a configuration tweak might have another engineer validate both syntax and security implications. Separation of duties ensures that approval and implementation occur under different authorities, preventing conflicts of interest and unauthorized shortcuts. This duality creates constructive friction, a pause that confirms alignment between policy, quality, and risk. It is not bureaucracy, it is built-in safety. Even with strong planning, emergencies will arise. Emergency change gates and after-action reviews keep urgency from bypassing discipline entirely. Emergency changes allow deviation from normal review paths to restore service or contain incidents quickly, but they still require documentation, limited approval, and post-implementation validation. After the fact, the team must record what was changed, why it was urgent, and what permanent measures will prevent recurrence. For instance, applying a hotfix to stop an outage is justified, but skipping post-mortem review is not. Emergency change governance protects agility without sacrificing accountability. Link tickets to commits, builds, and deployments so each change remains traceable from request to execution. Ticketing systems capture the rationale and approval, while version control commits and build pipelines record the technical steps. This linkage creates an unbroken evidence chain connecting business intent to technical reality. For example, a ticket explaining enable audit logging in Service X should reference the code commit where the configuration changed and the pipeline job that deployed it. Traceability prevents mystery modifications and simplifies audits. When tickets, commits, and builds tell the same story, governance becomes automatic and credible. Always validate in staging before production to catch issues early. A staging or pre-production environment mirrors production closely enough to reveal functional, security, and performance impacts without harming operations. Automated tests, vulnerability scans, and configuration drift checks should confirm that changes behave as expected. For example, a database patch might install cleanly in staging but expose dependency mismatches visible only under real workloads. Detecting those issues before release saves downtime and credibility. Staging is the rehearsal space where mistakes cost time, not trust. Skipping it trades convenience for chaos. Document rollback procedures and success criteria before implementation begins. A good rollback plan defines how to revert, how long it takes, and what signals trigger activation. Success criteria describe what done looks like, measurable outcomes that prove the change achieved its goal without side effects. For example, success for a configuration tweak might mean system stability within expected performance metrics after 2 hours of monitoring. Documenting both rollback and success in advance ensures clarity under pressure. When trouble strikes, the team does not improvise. It executes a plan already tested and approved. Record approvers, timestamps, and rationales for every change. These details create the formal audit trail that demonstrates control operation. Each record should show who assessed, who approved, and when implementation occurred, alongside a brief justification. This history builds confidence during audits and post-incident reviews. For instance, if a service outage occurs, investigators can trace the exact decision path leading to the deployment. A time-stamped rationale transforms memory into fact. The act of recording reinforces thoughtful action. Knowing a change will be documented encourages diligence before execution. Transparency drives accountability. Monitor change windows and freezes to manage timing risk. Change windows define when modifications are allowed, usually during low traffic periods. Freezes suspend changes during critical business events or high-risk seasons. Automated enforcement in scheduling tools prevents accidental violations. For example, a financial institution may enforce a change freeze during quarterly reporting to protect stability. Monitoring adherence ensures that even authorized changes respect business rhythm. Timing controls do not stop work, they coordinate it with operational safety and customer confidence in mind. Structured timing complements technical precision. Evidence for CM-3 comes from exports of pipelines, ticketing systems, and approval workflows. These records show how requests, reviews, and implementations occur in practice. Pipeline logs demonstrate technical execution. Tickets show authorization. Workflow exports connect them chronologically. Together, they prove the process is not only defined but followed. Producing evidence should be effortless if automation supports change control properly. If gathering it feels manual, improvement opportunities remain. Evidence transforms trust from assumption into verification, the hallmark of mature change governance. Exceptions, waivers, and compensating controls must be formally governed. Occasionally, a change may require deviation from standard procedure, perhaps due to vendor-imposed timing or contractual constraints. In such cases, document the justification, approval, and expiration. Apply compensating measures like enhanced monitoring or rapid post-deployment review. For example, deploying an urgent regulatory patch without full testing might be approved with a 24-hour monitoring window and automatic rollback trigger. Structured flexibility turns exception into managed variance rather than uncontrolled risk. Rules with safe escape valves sustain compliance without rigidity. Metrics keep the program honest. Track change failure rate, mean time to approval, and lead time from request to completion. Declining failure rates show process maturity. Excessive lead times may indicate overburdened governance. For instance, if the team sees most successful changes moving within targeted windows while only a small percentage require rollback, balance has been achieved. Metrics turn anecdote into insight, guiding refinements and justifying automation investments. Continuous measurement ensures that control effectiveness improves with each cycle rather than eroding under habit. In the end, disciplined and auditable change flow defines operational maturity. CM-3 ensures that modifications, routine or urgent, follow transparent, repeatable paths grounded in risk awareness. When changes link to tickets, approvals, and evidence, surprises fade and accountability grows. Security thrives where change is controlled, not constrained. A well-run change process delivers stability and speed together, proving that precision and agility can coexist. In the rhythm of modern operations, discipline is not the enemy of innovation. It is the framework that allows innovation to last. Thanks for listening. For more audio courses, daily newsletters, and more, please visit baremetalcyber.com.